It's Ports a Call waterfront dining, award-winning service and cuisine with a view of the dynamic L.A. harbor from every seat. For reservations and directions, visit portsacalldining.com or call 310-833-3553.
Let's talk about what we're here to talk about, which is the Ties That Bind box set. But first, you were kind of trending in the internet world the other day after you got a call from Bruce on your show. Some interesting stuff came out of that call.
You didn't know I could do that good an impression of Bruce, did you?
And did both sides of the call. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's just you have to learn the breathing.
I got it. I think the big thing we learned from that call is what's coming next. A solo album, right?
Well, actually, if you listen to the way he actually said it, that was what he was working on. He didn't say it was done. He didn't say it was coming out. It wouldn't be the first time he's finished something and held it off.
True.
It wouldn't be the first time that he didn't finish something. You know, I stand by what I said a long time ago is you never know what Bruce is going to do next.
Yeah.
Would it surprise me if he put that record out? No, it wouldn't. Would it surprise me if what he describes as a solo album sounds to other people more like not a band album, but a different kind of group album? That wouldn't surprise me either. Would it surprise me if it sounded like a solo album? Nothing would surprise me.
Right.
You know, I mean, everything surprises me, so it's the same thing as nothing.
And that's part of the magic, isn't it? All right, well, let's get back on track and talk about the Ties That Bind box set. I got it last Friday, and I've tried to get through it all and absorb it all.
Don't rush.
There's just way too much to absorb in such a short period of time, and so I need your help on some of this. The documentary I thought was great, and I think that it serves a really great purpose because it's a guide to the box set.
Yes, Thom Zimny will be so happy you said that.
Really?
So I have to say here, to orient everybody, the best way to orient yourself is to simply think about this, okay? So The River was made with 3 producers, plus Bruce, right? Chuck Plotkin, John Landau, Steve Van Zandt, and Bruce. Those were the controlling forces in the making of that music,
right,
beyond anybody's individual playing or writing. Bruce, one of the things that's underestimated about Bruce is he's a great collaborator. You know, and if you've done something, I mean, even something as simple as that phone call, the advantage I have over other people is simply we've had a lot of phone calls.
Right.
We've done a lot of interviews. I knew what he wanted to talk about, but more important, I knew when we were done. That really helps.
Right.
And I knew when not to rush him, and I knew when to stick another question in because we were drifting. That's the nature of a great collaborator, is they make you better at what you do. And what Bruce and Tom have together is something that's quite comparable to that studio production team that made everything from Darkness to More in USA. You know, and they all amplified each other, right?
Right.
That's what Tom and Bruce are doing together now. You know, is they are raising the stakes for one another. Bruce gives Tom an opportunity. Tom takes the opportunity to the next level. Bruce sees another opportunity in that, and the next thing you know, you got 7 discs. and none of it's a waste of time.
Let's talk about the other album now, the Outtakes, and I just want to get your favorites on there, basically, because there's no concept to the way those are sequenced, is there?
I don't hear one.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, I think they're sequenced adequately, but I don't think they're trying to tell you anything, and I think that might be deliberate.
Sure.
In other words, don't blow this out of proportion.
Right, exactly.
My favorites, I just give you my favorites, is Meet Me in the City. For some reason, The Time That Never Was, not because of what it sounds like, because of what it says in some way. I mean, there's a lot of good ones there. Paradise by the Sea, obviously. Stray Bullet, obviously. You Can Say Good Things and be absolutely right about Nightfire. You know, I mean, Roulette was obviously a masterpiece the first time you heard it.
Sure.
Restless Nights, ditto. where the bands are, I've never stopped singing that in my head, and probably never will till I split. Living on the Edge of the World, one of the most underrated songs he ever wrote. I just always heard that as sort of it was sort of Bruce extending himself to the punks and saying, I'm with you. That's what it sounded like to me. Take Them As They Come, again, another song that, how the hell do you leave that off all your albums? I Want to Be With You, which I always wanted Roger Daltrey to sing.
Oh.
I just thought you could just tear it up, They're pretty much all good. On the second disc is stronger than the first disc, obviously, because it has more things that were from tracks.
Sure.
And fewer things that you didn't know before. But they were all worth dragging out.